Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Rogue Deck of the Week showcase video featuring Mega Lucario EX. I know a lot of people may not consider Mega Lucario EX a Rogue deck, and it's still a little early to tell since we don't have any major tournaments, but one thing we wanted to show on this week's video is how you can take the starter deck that they give you automatically in the account and not change anything with it and still do really well with it. So I've taken the list, I did not adjust it, and I played a few games with it. It's pretty strong. I will say, compared to the other free decks they give you, this deck is probably one of the strongest and most competitively viable deck that I've seen from this. They did a really good job. There's only a few tweaks I would make myself as a player, but let's go and dig into this deck a little bit more. Obviously, we are centered around the Mega Lucario EX card. It is a stage 1 fighting type Mega Evolution Pokemon with 2 attack costs, Aura Jab for 1 fighting energy for 130 damage, and you can attach up to 3 basic fighting energy from your discard to your bench Pokemon any way you like. And then your second attack is Mega Brave for 270. It takes 2 fighting energy to do. And during your next turn, you just can't use Mega Brave. It has 2 retreat costs, no resistance, weak to Psychic, which is very unfortunate because Gardevoir is still pretty good right now. And with it being a Mega Evolution Pokemon, when this card or this Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent takes 3 prize cards. So if you've never experienced this type of format before, welcome to the 3 prize format. I played this with the Tag Team era and with the VMAX era, and depending on what's out there, it can either be cool or you can be frustrated with it. So only time will tell how we will develop and get used to this type of meta. But this is what the card is centered around, or sorry, the deck is centered around. And the pre-evolution Riolu, 80 HP, accelerating stab for 30 for a single fighting. During your next turn, you can't use accelerating stab. Ideally, we'll be evolving up, so shouldn't really pop up. The engine for this deck is something that a lot of people are being really hyped on, and it's the Lunatone Solrock engine. A lot of people just call this the Rock engine. So we are centered around Lunatone, which is a basic 110 HP fighting Pokemon with the ability Lunar Cycle. Once during your turn, if you have Solrock in play, you may discard a basic fighting energy from your hand, use the ability, draw 3 cards, and you can't use more than one of this ability per turn. So we only need one of these. So of course we need the Solrock, which again is a basic 110 HP Pokemon with a single attack Cosmic Beam for 1 fighting energy, does 70 damage, and we can't do this attack unless we have a Lunatone in play. So we need to find a way to get both of those in play. Another new card in this deck is the Makuhita Hariyama. Really, the Hariyama has the Heave Ho Catcher ability. This is a stage 1 fighting type Pokemon, 150 HP. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability to switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. So it's a boss's orders, but in Pokemon form. If you are around with the VMAX era, you may be reminded of Umbreon VMAX. This is basically Umbreon VMAX. Actually played the Duraludon Umbreon deck for a little bit, so I am familiar with how this will work as a strategy during the game. This takes 3 fight energy for wall press 210, also does 70 damage to yourself, has 3 retreat costs, so keep in mind with that. This may be a boss target, and this is going to be very difficult to get out of the active spot. The last 2 cards are our birds. So Fezandipiti EX, we all know what this card does. This is in almost every single deck. And then Squawkabilly EX. We haven't really seen this card a lot lately. Has the Squawk and Seize ability. We all know what this does, but as a reminder, you can only use this ability during your first turn of the game. and you discard your hand, draw 6 cards. So this is really helping us just turn through our deck, see more cards, and ideally also put energy into this card to power up for Mega Lucario's Aura Jab attack. For items, there's quite a lot of new items and supporters in this list. One of them is Fighting Gong. Search our deck for a basic fighting energy or basic fighting Pokemon, put it in our hand. So obviously we are fighting deck, so that is very beneficial for us. The other new card is Premium Power Pro, or Powerade, however you want to nickname it. During this turn, your fighting Pokemon do 30 more damage. Again, if you were around with the VMAX era, this is Power Tablet all over again, but for fighting Pokemon. But yeah, just helps us boost up our attack because we're only doing 270. So with the Premium Power Pro, we're doing 300, and we have a lot of modifiers in this deck. So we have 2 Nest Balls. You'll see why account is pretty low in a bit. 2 Night Stretchers to recover the energy or Pokemon that we need. We do play a Switch because we do have pretty hefty retreat Pokemon, so that's always beneficial. Tool Scrapper help knock out pesky HP modified Pokemon, or take out some of the tools that may hinder us to go forward. 3 Ultra Ball, so we have 2 Nest Ball and 3 Ultra Ball, so we have a decent amount of Pokemon search. We play 2 Gravity Mountain, which helps with the stage 2 lines to get to those easier numbers for us. And once we get to the supporters, 2 Boss, that way we can cherry pick what Pokemon we want to knock out. 2 Iono for hand disruption. And this is another new card in the set, Lillie's Determination. This card is fantastic. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 6 cards. If you have exactly 6 prize cards remaining, draw 8 cards instead. We play 4 of these. This is honestly good whenever you play in the game. If it's in the beginning, you can see a fresh of 8 cards. Later on in the game, typically your hand size is pretty small, so even seeing 6 cards is super beneficial. We do play 2 Research. Again, drawing 7 cards is really good, and we can get some energy and some maybe not playable cards into our discard and not really worry about it for the rest of the game. For items, we play 2 Air Balloons to help us with retreating, and our ace spec of choice is Maximum Belt. Again, we play a lot of modifiers for our attacking, and then we play 10 basic energy. So it seems like a lot, but we need the energy to rely on attacking. We need the energy attacking, drawing, retreating. So 10 energies is actually pretty beneficial in this list. So again, this is the list that we automatically get. I did not modify it. If it is modified, I apologize. I did change a little bit of this when I was testing the deck, and I believe I changed it back to what it originally was. But this is very similar to what it was. And to be fair, I didn't change much during my testing, but I really wanted to show what the initial list can bring you, and you can actually do fairly well on the ladder. So speaking of which, let's hop on the ladder and see how this deck does. Okay, y'all, we are on the ladder with Mega Lucario EX. Again, I am taking the deck on the ladder as is, with not being modified, or at least hoping so, because I did mess with it earlier. But I'm pretty sure I brought it back to the version that is given to us for free. So we want to go first. We want to get set up here. So one of the worst things about this deck is the fact that we are weak to Psychic. Psychic is very good right now. So we want to go against a mirror match. So we'll see how this goes, see if they updated their list. So we'll play Squawk, we'll get a Fighting Gong, get a Lunatone, because we have a Solrock in play, correct? Yes, we do. Oop, I want to do that. And we're just going to try to draw early on. I hate that we have to give up a Mega Lucario, but we have more. So it doesn't really matter what we give up here, because we're going to be using Squawk and Seize. Attached to the Solrock. And might as well use the Ultra Ball and get something else up. Let me get another Riolu out. Squawk and Seize, get a fresh 6 here. Don't really need to use anything else. I'm just gonna pass. We got a Cosmic Beam for next turn. If they don't get another Riolu out, we can use the Premium Power Pro to knock that out. We'll see what they prioritize. The cool thing is, if we try, we can knock out the opponent's Lucario EX in one shot. Because we're doing 270, a Power Pro it will do 30 more, which would bring us to 300. And if we get our max belt out, that will be 350, will be enough. So it looks like they're also playing the Cynthia's Garchomp. So same thing, we can try and one-shot that as much as we can. And it is a tanky Pokemon, and that's a 2-prizer too. So we need to try to work out what our prize trade is going to be and how they can attack us, because they play the Rose Raids, so that's their damage modifier for their Garchomps. They probably also play the Premium Power Pro, so they can hit hard and be very tanky. We'll see how this goes. So they're Arvening, we'll see what they get. They get a Fighting Gong and a Balloon. So I'm wondering if they're gonna go into their Gibble. Because I know I can't one-shot that, but I can evolve up to my Mega Lucario, use Premium Power Pro, and one-shot that. But no, they're just gonna go into their Solrock to hit us for 70. So get some damage on there. Got another Solrock. I'm gonna evolve up our Mega Lucario. Now, do we try to look for a boss? We already gave up one, so we only got one more left in the deck. Let's just use Lunar Cycle. See what we get from that. Decisions. I want an Artisan here. I want to get a Makuhita. That way we can try to set up the boss, the Gusting, for later on. You can't one-shot that with one. I am going to Lily's Determination. See what else I can look at. Could use 2 to knock that out, and they have no energy out. Or I can Aura Jab, knock that out. How many energy do I have in my discard? 2, I can do that. So I am going to retreat into my Mega. Attach for turn. And I know there's only one prize card, but they have no energy in play, and I can easily accelerate stuff onto my bench and kind of set up stuff for retreating or whatnot. So get a Gravity Mountain. That may be beneficial, especially against with the Garchomp, because we negate some of their HP buff. If we can knock out that the bite, that will be awesome. And if we can get a Tool Scrapper and get that weight off, we can easily knock that out. If not, we can use a... Well, we have to use 2 of the Power Pros. I don't want to do that. But we can get our Tool Scrapper. I don't believe that's in the discard. It's not. So we'll see what they do. This is a very interesting way of playing the Mega Lucario. The Cynthia's Garchomp is actually very strong. It needed this set to even make it better. I think with all the fighting support this set got with Mega Evolution, we'll see the Garchomp deck probably do even better at tournaments. We haven't seen it get into the top 32. I think this is the boost that it needed. So they're going to evolve. They can't attack us, or they can't, sorry. They can't one-shot us. But we can one-shot them if we can get a Max Belt into play. And if we can do that, I feel like we will be in a very great spot. So we'll take 3 prizes. Their Garchomp doesn't do like that much damage, and they don't have a Roserade out, so we can be very... Let's just draw, see what we get here. I am going to be very... So 300... That will give us 350. I'm going to do Lily's Determination here. We didn't get it. 300, that would be 330. We already in Luna draw here. $60. Oh man. Because they can knock us out next turn. Ultra Ball away these. I don't even have another Mega. Okay. Get Heave-Ho here. I'm afraid of that Garchomp. So we use Heave-Ho Catcher. I know this is probably not the best, but that Garchomp can do some serious damage. Okay, we're 10 short. I don't want to use that. Fighting Gong. Get an energy. How many energies my discard? Just 1. Okay, I don't think it matters to accelerate here. There's our other Mega Lucario, so if we're lucky enough, we can get set up for next turn with the Riolu. We got the Premium Power Pro, we got the Mega Lucario, we just need to get a Max Belt, and we should be knocking that out. They'll get ahead in the prize trade, but hopefully we can get even more, like, ahead after that. So we're just playing a numbers game. So they're gonna do that, get Pokemon back into their deck. Gonna get 8 cards because they haven't taken any prize card yet. I feel like with Lillie's determination, playing from behind is gonna be so powerful because you can constantly look at 8 cards over and over again until you really need to take prizes. But on the safe side, like, I can play Lillie's determination next turn. I only have 3 cards, so it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm gonna get more cards regardless. And then I have the Nest Ball for Fez for next turn. So I'm gonna hopefully see a lot of cards. So it'll take me out. They'll get 3 prizes. I'm going to promote. I'm going to dig here. So I will evolve up. I'm going to play Nest Ball. Grab a Fez. I am going to play Fez. Get 3 cards. Hopefully I can find a way to get energy. I got energy. Attach there. Play Power Pro. And I will do Lillie's determination. Again, I'm still seeing 6 cards. I'm not getting what I'm looking for. Still 300. Okay, I need a prize trade. Look at my prizes. Is it even in my deck, or have I just been stupid? No, it's in my deck. Okay. Get energy. Lunar draw, or the lunar cycle. Still not there. Oh my gosh. Ugh. How many pros have I played? 2. So I could... Even one more won't even get me there. I'm gonna Tool Scrapper. Okay. I don't know how this works. I want to get that. How do I get out of this? And that's... Can't boss. I'm just gonna hit for 300. I probably should have Aura Jab, to be honest, and get energy in play. I probably should have just done that. Because I wasn't one-shotting, so I at least could have got my energy going. You get the Garchomp out, 330 HP there. And they get no modifier for their attacking except for the Power Pro. So they're only hitting me for whatever 130 if they, or any modifiers they get. So they're not one-shotting me, I'm one-shotting them. I can try to get down to 3 prize cards. But they only need to take out one of my Megas. So we'll see what they do here. hope they know they can't Mega Brave. I'm sure they know. They probably click on it and try and see why they're not doing it. How many Power Pros have they played? That's the first one, so they still have all 3. Assuming they play, or sorry, all 4, or 3 more. Assuming they play 4, which in a fighting deck, you should play 4. There's 2. I wonder if they're trying to get to that number and one-shot me. If we have an Iono, which we should have one more Iono, we can limit their size, hand size. Because we're going to do a decent amount of damage, so we need to, my plan is I want to attach the Air Balloon. I'm going to retreat into the Solrock, give them a 1 prizer, and then force them to have the boss. But with hand size like that, they probably will have it. But that's right now what we're playing into. I can try to get another Iono, because we only got 150 HP left. So I'm gonna Night Stretcher and try to find that Iono. Didn't get it. Don't. So I am just gonna switch. Now I'm gonna use the Air Balloon. I'll switch into the Solrock. Lily's Determination, just to see what I can get here. I'll use Gravity Mountain, doesn't really do anything. And I'll just get 3 prizes. And I'm going to force them to get a boss. Which, with that emote, they probably have it. There's all the supporters we were looking for. So they have the boss, they have it. They do, that was game. But we got close to it. If we would have just gone in the max belt, I think an Arvin or even a town store would be good in this list. Just so we can grab the tools that we need at the time we need them. But that was close. We got down 1 prize card, so we'll take this to another game and see how we do. Okay, we're back on the ladder with Mega Lucario EX. Excuse me. Again, we are playing this untouched, just to show that this is actually a pretty good version that they've given us. So we're going to go first, which is perfect. Start off with Riolu. See what they are playing. Interesting, okay. In the active spot, your opponent's active. Okay, so only effects are active. So that's nice. So let's get our Lunatone and we'll get our Solrock out. Make sure I get one of each. Yep. Little Lunar Jaw. Cool. We'll attach to Riolu. And we'll just pass. We got the Mega Lucario in hand for next turn. We got research to draw some more. Hoping we get a Lillie's Determination because I want to save that second Lucario. But we should have another one in our deck. I didn't really deck checks or prize check. So I'm wondering if this is a variant of Raging Bolt. I've seen that sometimes with the Standing Shock, especially in the early adaptation of the deck. So it's some sort of Ancient Box deck. Okay. I wonder if this is just Ancient Box with different players. Because now you have all the fighting support to make Standing Shocks actually viable in something like this. They can one-shot us, so that's going to be scary. Because they can just do Calamity or Fringing Gouging, so that's going to be something we need to watch out for. But we can one-shot them, so if we get a boss, it might be better just to get that out of the way. So I actually may look for that boss. That's 70. I only have one card in hand. I'm kind of tempted just to retreat. Just research, or sorry, Night Stretcher. To that. I'm gonna free retreat into here. I'm probably going to research anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter what I get rid of here. Get another Riolu to be on the safe side. Yeah, that's just research. See what I get. 70. Gonna discard Switch and the Lunatone. Get a Makuhita. I want to try to get that Roaring Moon out before it becomes a liability. Actually, if I don't one-shot that, I have to make them retreat into it. So I'm just going to leave the energy in play. Make them try to retreat because they only have a 2-card hand. So I'm going to force them. They're asking for a lot here. Unless they have like a research or even Sada. Because they can Sada to it. Because they have the energy. One of it's Chorus, okay. Wonder what they'll get. Energy in a stadium. Neutralization zone, okay, that's fine. So I can just attack with my single prizers. Not a big deal. That's why I play them. Okay, cool. So if I can get that up, I think I'll be in good shape here. Because I can just knock that out with Mega Lucario. Do 130, 180. That's Lunar Draw, or Lunar Cycle. Got another one, okay. I'm going to attach. Lily's Determination, that way I'm not giving them any cards. I did not get an Ultra Ball, or a way to get the Hariyama out. Don't want to get rid of that. I'm just gonna hold my hand, leave that damaged Flutter Mane there, because that's not doing anything for me. Okay, they're getting their Standing Shocks powered up. I think they're kind of stuck too. The cool thing about this deck is that we have draw, we have ways, we have a lot of outs to do stuff. We just have to try to find it. So I'm gonna Lunar Cycle again. How many Ultra Balls have I played? Got 2. So I'm only have one more in my list. One of my decks, sorry. Where are they? What does he weak to? Grass, okay. I could just Iono. Honestly, I'm just gonna end. I'm gonna hold my hand. Probably should attach to Riolu. Keep forgetting I can do that. But I'm gonna make them not have it. They need to get an energy and a boss with 3 cards. So I'm gonna hit the energy. Yeah, they don't have it. Okay. We got another chance here. I'm gonna take out an energy just to thin a little bit. I'm also going to get another Solrock out. I'm trying to thin. I should have thinned earlier. For a Lunar Cycle. Don't. How am I missing everything? Put it on here. I don't want to give them cards. They think I'm just not doing anything, but I know they're in a tough spot. I don't want to give them away, get 3 prize cards on me. So it is a waiting game. I think this is something that takes patience. Lily's Determination, that could be an option for me. Gong, I'm gonna get one more energy. I'm like going through my whole entire deck here. Just so I can get that thing out. So I want to Squawk, and don't think I need Gravity Mountain. Seriously, I don't even have Mach in my deck. I've been going through all this for nothing. Lordy, lordy. Don't know why. Yeah. Should have done this a while ago. They're doing 200 damage. That's fine. Okay, they're gonna get a prize card. So I'm doing 130, 90. Oh, that had the air balloon on there. Oops, that's dumb of me. We'll just get 2 prize cards. I did a lot of digging for nothing. It may bite us in the butt. I do have an Iono, so if I get low on my deck, I'll just Iono all these cards back in there. They're going to Frenzy Gouge, so they're going to get 3. It will tie us up, and I'm going to take that out because I have another Lucario built up. Yeah, so they Frenzy Gouged. Take 200 on them. Which I probably could just attack with the Solrock and then save the Mega. You know what? I just realized I don't think I have energy. 1, 2. That's all my energy. So I can't unless I have get another Night Stretcher. I'll just Iono put all those cards in my deck. That way I don't. I got a boss for next turn if I need it. 270. Yeah, I'll save the Mega Brave. So, one here. Maybe I get a Hariyama now. Still don't have a Hariyama. Where are my Hariyamas? One's already. Oh man. If they have a Sada or a Janine's with energy, I think they got it. Okay, do they have the Sada? No, they don't. Iono. Okay. We still have it. We're still in this. Again, this is another video of me misplaying, brought to you by Pokemon. I went and searched through something for 3-4 turns that did not exist. Not sure they realize that unless they're going to retreat into that. They don't, so I got game. I can knock that out. And they know it. Mega Brave, take the last prize. And there we go. we don't really need to upgrade this list. Granted, I misplayed so often by looking for something that didn't exist. I just didn't want to give them outs. So let this be a lesson, y'all. Price check. Price check, because I did not. So we'll go into another game and see how this goes. Okay, we're into another game with the Mega Lucario EX deck. I'm really enjoying this deck. It is a nice, more or less a beat stick deck. It is a stage 1, but it doesn't take much to get this going. You have an excellent draw engine in this list. You have nice single prize attackers. This is a very good all-round deck. So if you're just getting to this game, this is a great deck to pick up and just move with. So I have a mulligan, so let's see, we're playing the Lucario. Ooh, start with the Fez. Not the best option, but at least it's hard to one-shot that thing on our opponent's first turn. So we're going against a Hydrapple deck, maybe? Yeah, it's probably Hydrapple. So we'll get... Okay. Oh, that is a big misplay on my end. I am an idiot. I misclicked. And I'm misclicking again. Let's see if we can recover from me just playing too fast. We'll just do Squawk. We need to make up here. I'm doing that so I'll have a retreat. We get Riolu. Don't get anything else though. We'll just end turn. I did a lot of misplays, just playing too fast. But I'm hoping we can come back from that. Luckily, our main attacker is weak to Psychic and not Grass. Our single prizes are weak to Grass, so that could be an advantage for us. But yeah, this looks like a Hydrapple list playing with the Meganium that has an ability that basically doubles all their grass energy, so it takes less for them to do heavy damage. And they saw that, but we have a switch in hand, so I think we're in a good spot here. I am going to discard these to get a Solrock. We have a Solrock. We will Lunar Cycle. Okay. Put that there. I'm gonna play a switch, and we're just gonna attack with the Solrock. It's 70 damage on there. Problem is they can one-shot us, so I'm a little nervous about this, but it gives us damage on there. And don't really have much else going on because I wasn't smart in my first turn. So we'll see. They have a lot of stage 2 Pokemon they need to set up. So granted, they have a decent hand, but they're still asking for a lot to like Rare Candy right now. But you can play Force, the Vitality Force, or wherever that new stadium is. But you can only do that once. So Dipplin, so looks like they're manually involved up the Dipplin. Retreat. They're going to try to attack. I don't think... Oh, they are doing enough. Good insight on their part. Because I don't have it. Get Riolu. Let's Fez first. Maybe we can get the other Solrock in hand. Get Solrock this way, I believe. Yep. That way we can draw some. Nah, we'll Lunar Cycle because I have a Night Stretcher. So discard. Actually, Gravity Mountain will be good. So we'll get rid of the Nest Ball and get Lucario out. How much HP does he have left? 140. I don't have the boss anyway. So we'll do that. How many energy do I have in my discard? F4 is perfect. We'll save stuff. So we'll just get rid of the Dipplin. And then we'll put one on the Solrock. One on the Makuhita. I want to put one on the Fez, because I can try to snipe one of the low HP Pokemon in a pinch. So they have no energy in place, which is good. Boss up. Who are they going to boss? Yep, of course. That's why I want to put the energy on there. I have another energy left in the discard, so I can Night Stretcher it up. And they just concede. Our board was too set up. They weren't drawing. So, kind of glad we pulled that out, even with my misplays. But yeah, as soon as we get set up, we have a lot of options that we can do with this deck. So, kind of glad that we took this, even with us kind of being brain dead for a first turn. So yeah, we'll take those victories. Okay, y'all. We took the Lucario, Mega Lucario EX deck on the ladder. Again, this is what it's brought to us as is when you upload it, when you sign into the account. I will say there are some changes I will make. I don't like the Fez and Squawk combo. It's too many two prize liabilities. And honestly, you don't really use Squawk you don't need Squawk that much. I would take Squawkabilly out, and I would maybe add Cornerstone Ogerpon if you want a two prize option. That way it can be a stall against those ability heavy decks. Gholdengo is very popular right now, so is Charizard is very popular, so you can stall against those and use that as a way and have the Lucario kind of power it up. For the stadium, I would take out the Gravity Mountain and put in Artisan. Yes, there are stage 2 decks out there, but we only play 2 stadiums, and we're not winning the stadium war at all, to be honest. Like, we don't need it. I think getting a setup stadium like Artisan is much better for a deck like this. There really isn't many stadium choices that would be good, but if you want to pick one, I will say Artisan. Other than that, I like how this is built. The 2-2 line, maybe we can buff up on the Night Stretchers. Maybe we can add a Super Rod in here to help recycle our Pokemon some more. But I think everything else is pretty good for our counts. Again, you can take this, even take it to a challenge or a cup, and you can do fairly well. Just be on the lookout for Gardevoir. That is our worst matchup. So we're weak against it. They can just use the actual Gardevoir and just win in 2 turns. So I wish there would be a 2-prize option for this deck. Cynthia's Garchomp is a nice option for a 2-prizer that can hit hard. So maybe you can find a way to get like a 2-1-2 line in here. However, you'll be cutting some pretty big consistency pieces. So, but something to think about. Garchomp is a good partner for this. But yeah, other than that, this deck is really fun to play. I've enjoyed it both on this casual ladder and on the actual rank ladder. I've won like 5-6 games in a row with this. So definitely fun. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for supporting us at the Rogue Deck Chronicles. Please like and subscribe. Hit those buttons below. It does help us. We are in the middle of planning our Rogue Deck Tournament All-Star Showcase video. I'm just trying to get some logistics with me and my team on that, so we'll love to do that live stream for y'all soon. Also, shout out to our sponsor, Box Boy Games. They are an online store. They support me in a lot of ways. I actually buy my product from them. They are just they're a crew that play the card game as well, so they understand what the competitive player and the collectors all need. So they are a good all-round one-stop shop for your card needs. So check them out. The link will be in the description below. But yeah, shout out to Box Boy Games. They're good friends of mine, and they support me here at the Rogue Deck Chronicles. But all that, thank you for supporting us. Let us know what Mega Evolution decks you're looking at. We have a lot of videos coming up that we're excited for. I'm excited for Alakazam, the Camerupt, Bottom Snow. There's just a lot. Even Kangaskhan. I found a nice fun deck, Kangaskhan, that I can't wait to try out. But yeah, until then, keep an eye out for those and have fun playing those sneaky decks, y'all. See ya.